Hi everyone. It's been a minute. I want you to excuse appearance. I am in a flare or two. One of them being a Hashimoto flare, and when that happens, those of you with Hashimoto's know that it kind of strangles your vocal cords and makes it a little bit hard to talk. Uh, my flare is making my hair fall out, which always makes you feel really sexy and just awful pretty. But you know, um, I'm under a lot of stress lately, which I caused myself. I had some legal paperwork that I needed to turn in, and as you know, with Hashimoto's, you get anxiety, and anxiety causes Hashimoto's to flare, and Hashimoto's causes anxiety, and it's a vicious circle. Um, and at the time that it really needed to be turned in, I was in a relationship with a narcissist, and coming to Anchorage was big to do and caused a lot of issues. Just thinking about it, it's giving me palpitations. It's making my blood pressure rise. I have stress hives. Anyway, I want to make this video and talk to you about not becoming small. I know a lot of us spoonies deal with people of authority, whether it be a doctor or a case manager or a caregiver or people in the law of some fashion or another for legalese reasons. And some of them get on power trips, and when they do, it can be very intimidating. And the first day I was okay, and the second day I had let her know that I have anxiety, and I think that just gave her more power. It gave her my power, and I shrunk down, and I shrunk down even more. And the fact that I let her know that I was going to find some backup to have with me, I got her riled up and made her angry. And when I got a hold of somebody that was supposed to be present with us that wasn't, and he called her and said, hey, I wasn't there, I was supposed to be there, what's going on, you need to catch me up. As soon as they hung up, she called me and she was on my ass. Hey, where is this? Why haven't you done this? I need this right now. And when she speaks to other people, whether it's with me or without me, she's a very nice person. But if it's with just me and my daughter, she is not pleasant to me at all. As a matter of fact, our second meeting, she just looked at my daughter when she spoke, whether it was to me or not. And I know I messed up. I do. I know this was very important legal paperwork. I know it needed to be done, and I asked for help. I didn't get it. I'm not trying to absolve myself from this. I messed up. But the person that it is regarding is safe and healthy, and doing well and thriving. And I have done that person no harm. So, as far as this person is concerned, in the way she is treating me, it's just a power trip. I don't know why she has such a vendetta against me. I realize her job is very hard. I know this is a very big city, and she's dealt with a lot of people that do dubious things. And I'm not one of them. I'm a child of God. I will be a queen in the kingdom of God when I pass away. I know that dark forces use people to bring you down when you are already down. And Lord knows that I've been so sick for the last month. Starting at the beginning of January, my kidneys started acting up, and I was on a quest for the last month to figure out what was wrong with my kidneys. And my PCP was out of the office on residence, so I didn't get to see her, and I finally saw her a couple of days ago, and I just saw doctor after doctor. And at the beginning of February, when I saw my pain doctor, she looked at me and said, "You do not go home. You go to the emergency room. You get a full workup done, because you are not well. You need urgent care now." And so I did. I went to the emergency room, and they did ultrasounds, CAT scans, blood work, urine, and it just confirmed that I don't have kidney stones, but it did confirm that, I have elevated inflammation markers, and I looked, and again, along with the rest of the month, there's creatine and protein, and which just says that lupus is attacking my kidneys. So, yesterday was a bad day, and I don't want pity. I never want pity. I want to give people strength. I want people to know to keep on fighting. Don't ever stop fighting. No matter who is on your ass. Yes, I made a big mistake. I've asked for help. I asked for help from my family. I didn't get any answers from the person I asked for help from. No answer at all on whether or not they would do it. And then I asked for help from somebody else, and they didn't answer either. And then I asked for help from another person, and she jumped at the chance because she said it's something she always wanted to do, and she's doing it. So this is something that we're both going to work on. And so this person in authority let the person that's going to start helping me know that she has this one and only chance, and if she fails, the state will take over. And she's not a nice person. I talked to my doctor about it. The doctor was very upset. She called in a social worker, had me talk to a social worker. The social worker asked me for the lady's name. I gave her the lady's name. She looked up the lady's boss, gave me her boss's name and phone number, and told me to call her and speak to her. So I spoke to her this morning, and she's like, well, we get it done so you don't have to work with her anymore. And I was like, that's your resolution to this? Because I looked up the definition of her job, and it's not to be demeaning or just rude. And it was not, it just, her answer was, get it done. Just get it done and get it over with, and she'll be out of your life. And that's your solution. So, I let her know that I spoke to 2 other people besides the social worker, and all 3 people had suggested speaking to the city ombudsman about the woman. Smokey agrees. And he's shaking his head yes now. And that's what I'll do. I got the paperwork in. I'm not proud of myself. I didn't try to. I'm not trying to be obstinate. I'm not trying to be a pain in anybody's ass. I'm not trying to fuck up. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I know I messed up. I also know that I'm sick. And I'm trying to do this around being sick. I let her know that when we met up last week that I was starting this Hashimoto flare, and that it was hard to speak because it had just started, and it was pushing on my vocal cords really hard. I asked her if we could postpone a few days so that it wasn't so hard to speak. No. The answer was no. She was able to postpone a couple of days when there was too many people around, which I think was kind of convenient for her, especially when the assistant manager of the assisted living home where my daughter lives showed up. She wanted to get out of there very quickly. Anyway, stick up for yourself. Always stick up for yourself. Don't shrink down. I know it's very easy to shrink down and be small because we don't feel well. But no matter how many stress hives you get or how big your flare gets, just don't let it put you in the hospital. I ended up having to take 2 nitro today because of heart palpitations. But I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to try to get her out of my life. But for sure, I am going to speak to the city ombudsman. And nobody's going to speak to me and tell me and my daughter that I failed. Repeatedly say that I failed. in the way that she did. I know that I did. But to do it in the way that she did, and to do it when nobody's around, is pretty cowardice. And I think it's just a power trip. So don't let anybody squish you down just because you're not well. I don't know if her reason is because I'm not well. I don't know what her reason is. But Spoonies need to stand up for themselves. And I just want you all to know that if I can do it, you can do it. I've spoken to the ombudsman before, and she and I worked together to come to a solution for something before, and I don't think I'll have anxiety about working with her again. And she's a very nice person, and she introduced me to other people that helped me with paperwork for other things, that helped me through it step by step, so that I wasn't anxious or just in fear of anything. So I think she's a very nice person, and it'll go really well. I think you should be able to have that rapport with someone. And someone that works for the city should have that rapport, like this woman. You shouldn't put anybody down. If you're a liaison, it's not a position of power. Anyways, I just wanted all Spoonies to know that if you are in a position where someone's trying to make you small, don't let it happen. Stand up for yourself. No matter how you got in the position, just don't let it happen. We live a tough life. You know, like my doctor told me yesterday, she said that she said that she admired me. Because of the pain that I lived through. And just the fact that I could get through life every day. So, I just try to remember to worship when I'm feeling really down. It makes me feel better. I have certain songs downloaded on my phone so that I can feel better about worshiping. They're my favorite worship songs. Reckless Love, Fear, I think it's called Fear. Fear you don't own me. Anyway, I don't want to hurt your ears with my voice. I want everyone to keep their heads up. If you feel like you're getting into a spot where you feel so down, or cornered, or like you're getting in the abyss of darkness, please call someone. Talk to someone. Talk to your doctor. Talk to your daughter. Talk to your son. Talk to your friend. Talk to your husband, your significant other, your wife. Talk to somebody. But don't get so far into the abyss that you start thinking there's no way out. Talk to your pastor. Talk to your prayer partner. I got home yesterday and I walked into the shop, and the shop secretary looked at me and said, "Come here." And I was like, "What? I have to go to the bathroom." And she's like, "No, come here." And I walked in the shop, her office, and she shut the door and she said, "Sit down. I gotta pray for you. You don't look well." So she asked me what happened, and I let her know what happened yesterday and how I was feeling, and we talked about a lot of things. And just remember, you're a child of God. And the darkness will use anyone, anything, when you are down and you don't feel well, as a way to take you down more. And don't let it. Just don't let it. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to those words. Because as soon as I heard she failed, you failed, it was like a seed of darkness that started to grow. But once I started to worship and get back into my devotionals, it was plucked right out. Just remember, He is the one true God, and He will save you. Don't let anybody bring you down. I love you all. I love my spoonies, and my butterflies, and my zebras, and my popsies. And I don't know what my Hashimoto's are, but my Hashis, anybody out there that is living in chronic pain and chronic illness, and you're just trying to get through the day, and chronic anxiety, depression, it doesn't matter how you got it, PTSD, it doesn't matter where it comes from. I'm here for you. Just hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, comment, let me know how you feel. I'll answer back. I'll talk to you. If you need someone, I'll be there. So, I hope you're having a good day. Let me know if you're having a good day. I want to know. Don't get into this Eeyore funk. Be a Tigger. I want to know if you're feeling Tigger. Because that's the best way to feel. So, anyway, I found out yesterday that I'm going to the nephrologist because of all the markers in my blood and everything. As I thought my kidneys were hurting so bad because of something or another, but it turns out that something or another is probably autoimmune. And, you know, when they can't find something, they always say it's probably lupus. Well, it probably is, and if it isn't, it's probably Hashimoto's. So, saved by the bell. Have a good night.